All right. Hello. um, take a sip and we'll get started. All righty. So started playthrough number two. Um, working on doing a villain playthrough, kind of for the most part. Um, so we are being our bad self. We just finished the first mission. Um, my goal is to try and hit two dudes with spray and pray on the SMG, and if I can't, then oh well. Um, that's like the only um, a achievement that I'm worried about getting in this, because I'm sure I can kill things with grenades, um, and then killing things with spells and summoning things. I need to make a conscious effort to summon things. Um, well, other than that, we're just gonna play through it again. We're gonna try and get the convince folk layer to not because we messed it up last run and I didn't want to have to start from the beginning again to do it. And then also in this run, I'm making a conscious effort to talk to Absinthe every time, since talking to her is the other way that you get to the convince folk layer ending. So we're doing basically everything that we've already done. We're just talking to Absinthe and playing through it again. Um, The man behind the counter has a broad smile and open demeanor of a classic Turkish street vendor. Welcome, honored efendim. Welcome, and how can Budak Gazi serve you today? Would you like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Let's just do this. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I'm always happy to provide. Mm, yes, yes, of course. Oh, wise one. Kami, come quick. Of course, I start reading and then I have to sneeze. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. But Gazi spits something out in rapid fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I'll see to it right away. Uh, Cami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came from. My girl Cami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I'm embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. What is this trifle? Alti's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I've installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network as part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in the Kurzbazar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. Simple enough. Yes, yes, it is a simple job. Time consuming and a bit tedious perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you're finished. There should be three of them scattered around this neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a middle box with the yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time you have your return, I should have the information here Amsel requested. Cool. The other thing in this run is that I'm going to try and talk to everybody between each mission, but I want to get through all this prologue stuff first. So for now, we will wait. Do you have a data tab? last one is north of here. Statue. As you were resetting the data tab, you notice someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system and earplugged angles from the receiver. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment you find you can make out two distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard Monica, need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. Sound of a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of the machinery, but you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step? Wait, isn't ready to make a move. To be patient. Hugh steps up. Could be someone more. Continue listening. More conveyor belts start up. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. Continue listening. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out everything else. Bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of the machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song voice. Guten Tag, how may I help you? Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? Council needs to meet again. I know. Getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Cruise Bazaar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again. The cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Alright. Answer the Shock Vellenrider booth. Alright, so I'm gonna take some time and talk to everybody. An old obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up. A monotone pitch adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Shock Vellenrider's contact for this Kiez is no more. Strider is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secured line to this Kiez. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Continue listening. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. I'll keep an eye out. Line remains silent. Hang up. Alright, and first on our stops. A bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands out. Its outstretched wings looming over the small park. The material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Statue name. This is my tribute to Victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history trids as the Siegesal? Or Gold Else. Isn't it obvious? The Siegesal, a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state, gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say? I'm the visionary Herbert Kunzel, from the Lindwurmer. You might know me from... Okay, well there isn't much I'm known for, but I intend to change that. All art is born from misery after all. Alright. That was trite. Talk to this girl again. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior. She says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see to them. I is a kite, aren't you? We could fly kites. I should ask the Mother Superior. She says I'm to be governess to the children. You notice a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost in reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. Look, do you know Monica? Monica? Is she one of the sisters of the Abbey? No, wait. Monica. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica. She's good to me. Brings me food to eat and tea to drink. Not anymore, sweetheart. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean meaning from your tone. She died? Right. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, tugging at her hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It is a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets, and she was a good person. The girl then begins to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. This story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife and the children their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Have you seen the captain? I'm gonna step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. Alright. Meaningful. Talk to Escabel. Oh shoot, you can see a bunch of shit out there. Can't access it, but let's see out. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly, and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and strain your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No, no, the price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below market value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well, then you just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you, a $1,000,000 smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand to you. I'm Dr. Xavier Escabel. And your name is? Pleased to meet you, Strider. What can I do for you today? What? No cyberware this time. It's plain a mage. 1250. Just make sure we have one of those on. Alright, thanks, bozo. Talk to Flash. Elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too lightly over his frame, and track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours, and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freunden. You here for some magic? Because Zack Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic, are you a street mage? Zack lets out a throaty, barking laugh. Street mage? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zack studying any spell books. Let's talk about the magic you got in the bag there. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro, and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zach leans toward you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you want to conduct a little business? Special concoction, Flash. Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there's something menacing about the sight of those two white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. A proprietary blend, designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical grade kamikaze, coated with genuine spirit. Residue from the tear, and then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small packet filled with iridescent purple granules in the pocket of his dirty jeans. You want to get high? Buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party. But if you want to soar, you, you get yourself some Flash. So, you want to conduct a little business? To the bandages. Jack snorts out a short burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hand in front of you. Oh, these? Nothing much, chummer, nothing much. Tussled with the spirit back in Amsterdam. You know, we elves are very spiritual people. Fought a spirit with their bare hands. Did I say fought? Zack winks at you, his smile twisting up into a licentious smirk. You can't help noticing that his eyelashes appear to be dusted with glitter. Nah, chummer, Zack Flash is a lover, not a fighter. We partied, then we tussled. Hard not to get banged up under the circumstances. Bullshit. Zack's smile vanishes. You calling me a liar? To my face? In an instant, Zack's disturbingly white smile returns. I just can't stay mad at you. Alright, chummer. You get that one for free. So where was I? Oh right, the spirits. Elves, you know, my people, are creatures of the spirit. We've got the magic in our blood, whether we sling spells or not. I'm telling you, I've talked with spirits all my life, and it has nothing to do with praying to a totem or studying spell books. Flash lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any corp wage mages. Take those rat scum bastards at Az Technology. They cast spells all day and all night, right? Fire this and lightning that, just tossing them around like candy. Right. Well, me, I'm not. I'm just doing my thing, not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? I don't think that's how it works, Zach. Trust me, friend, I have a secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side to give you a good look at his upturned ears. Like I said, it's in the blood. Off. Zach offers you a broad, exaggerated wave. Later on there, chum of mine. Let's see. Um, can't talk to him yet. Let's just do this. The Romani patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Davin Buxtale, dwarf. You're here to conduct some business? If so, welcome to the Metbach Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. You're open to ask a few questions. You make a purchase, you can ask as many questions as you like. Corner of his mouth twitches upward. Maybe a big enough purchase, and who knows, I might even answer a few. So what'll it be? Will you buy some guns, or will you be on your merry way? I will get out of here then. Medbach's face hardens after a brief pause. Gives you a curt nod. Very well. Very well, Gaji. But if you come around again, you come with money, and you come to buy, understand? He makes a shooing motion with his hand, waving you away. Move along now, Jad Devleza. Oh man. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks with hums Clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. You know Monica. Sure, I know Monica. You one of hers then? Oh, you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run. It was written all over your face. I had a feeling. Besides, Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? Dead. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. Strider, by the way. Good to meet you, Strider. Name's Aleski Lane. Place in the Creeds Bazaar. No place really, just an old relic rusting away. Samuel Breckenbauer. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, dwarf. How can I help you with something? Charity. He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. Such as? Give me the specifics. He clears his throat and then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I've established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, and a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of the Creets Bazaar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Cruise Bazaar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and to do all the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof of that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear that she idolizes Breckenbauer. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I'll bid you good day. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. I need to be on my way. Very well, auf Wiedersehen. And come by any time. Your help is always appreciated. So talk to this. We'll talk to Absinthe. I think there's one more before we talk to Budokazi again. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the Data Haven. Can I help you with something? Oh, she just sells then. Until I have more. We talk to this bozo. David. A pair of round eyes peers up at you from the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. From under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Creeds Bazaar street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seems to have a soft spot for the kid. Ahoy, Strider. Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. She's dead. Kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. It's quick, she went peacefully. Yeah. Look, I think I want to be alone right now. Alright. Your way. Talus mongers. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. And as she looks up at you, you can see that her irises reflect with iridescent gold. Hello, and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Marshalling your strength, you manage to avert your gaze, breaking Absinthe's stare. All at once, the floating sensation dissipates, and your consciousness snaps back to its normal state. What was that? What happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. She nods, taking care to avert her gaze. You'll want to talk with Algernon. This is his establishment. He can help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Alright. What's up, boyo? Greetings, young dwarf. The elf's voice is smooth as silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I'm Algernon Halfdream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you'll find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now tell me, how may I serve you? I have a question for you, if you don't mind. Your luck. I have a great many answers. Sure. Personally, the true kind, but I sell goods tailored to all traditions. In my shop, we do not discriminate. Is there anything else that you need to know? What's your story? I have many stories. Stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All these stories are true. As for the Kritz Bazaar, I have always been here, quite quietly peddling my wares. It is a simple life, but a good one. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? Something funny about her eyes. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She's nobody's assistant, and I am no one's master. But her eyes. He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe that they suit her personality. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? Can I see what you're selling? Acid Bolt and Power Bolt. Nice. Lightning Bolt. Weapons. Lightning Bolt. Mana Ball. Distraction. Alright, not this time, boyo. Maybe next time, though. Let's talk to this guy real quick. Jan Goldschmidt. Hello, my friend. The voice that comes from the man in the chair is as enormous as its owner. A deep booming roar dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for a soy calf, yes? From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeep cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes soy calf by the bucket. Goldschmidt responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Ah, all too, mein Freundin. You are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. Wouldn't mind. Once again, the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me, you'd first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeep claps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. Good luck, you'll be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You've approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, what can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? Oh, don't mind dear Altu. Our dear Altu. Yes, he's a peevish man, but his ire was not directed at you. Goldschmidt grins up at you from his overstuffed chair. I have the distinction of being the sole target of Altu's rage and derision. It is a badge that I delight in wearing. Don't you have any pride, man? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altu, who then turn hurls more insults. Goldschmidt raises his soy cap cup in salute, and thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I've been your customer. Yes, Altu? 2 years of soy capped and strained patience, yes. And I remain happy, and Altu makes money. An ideal business relationship. Take care, Jan. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod, his jowls quivering. Until next time, my friend. Alti smiles at you from behind the counter. Welcome back, Honor Defendum. How may I serve you? Ah, very good. I assume you had no difficulties? Taps has been modified, he laughs. Of course they were. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't. It's Berlin, after all, and the flux everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know who is in power and who will be next in power next? If you were to stay here, Fendim, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat. As my uncle Tadamar always says, nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. I listened in. He eyes you closely, amused. Oh, tell me, O listener at keyholes, what did you hear on this surveillance tap you found? Couldn't make out much. The Turk's face falls. News travels fast in Berlin. Those two are known to me. Is there more? Got a call. Make a move. He nods grimly. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discovered this information, though it is not unexpected. I'll have one of my people attend this council meeting and report back. Whatever you think is best. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. The menu for Herr Amsel Uncle. Kenny holds you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Fräulein Schaefer must have hit him hard. Budogazi gives Cammy a small nod and she hurries out of the room. When she's gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. He frowns. Few knew how important. The memory stick Cammy just handed you should contain all the information Herr Amsel requires from our chef in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Right. Let me in. Strider. Amsel peers at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Greenwinters? Let us see what his agent has to say. Amsel snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. He navigates a series of command line menus, and a wall of amber text floods the screen. Amsel scans it, mouthing the words as his eyes flit back and forth. Budukgazi's agent tailed Greenwinters to a hotel in a cesspool of a Kiez called Drogenkeep. The hotel is called Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Drogenkeep. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Recently there was some contention between two gangs over control of this neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside of the hotel, but he confirms that he's still inside. What are we waiting for? Higer slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people. We have a hotel to raid. Gloria and Dietrich pause, exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, Iger. Amsel rises from his chair, drawing himself to full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look her in the eye. You're an excellent soldier, and nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe that Strider is the right choice to lead the team. There's a long pause before Iger speaks. When she does, her voice comes out dull and flat. What? Don't mistake the decision for a reprimand. Monica considered your contributions to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Iger speaks through clenched teeth. Her words are measured, but her expression is livid. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge again? She shakes her head. Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Strider's the reason we're still alive, Iger. She kept us together. She let us out of there in one piece. Making her your #1 girl. She sounds tired, resigned, but above all disappointed. This is more of your flux state idiocy at work, isn't it? Dietrich reaches out, puts his hand on her shoulder. It's what Monica believed in. Iger's voice tightened. tightens. For a moment, her control slips and her face contorts in grief. Yeah, and look where that got her. She straightens to her full height. Let me give you a piece of advice. In the field, only two things matter, the mission and survival. Everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on a Shadowrun. Dietrich manages a smile. What can I say? We're German. We have a history of strong political views. Iger sighs. The tone of resignation returns to her voice. Screw it. Let's put an end to this. I got the skill and experience to lead this team. Strider, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a joke. If you'd rather she take the lead, I'll abide by that. But I want to hear each of you say it. I already have you just for listening. You stay out of this. She stabs an armored finger into your chest, hard. The moment she raises her hand to you, Dante's ears lay back and he lets out a growl. Reflexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, Strider saved our lives back there. You may not believe it, but she did. The way I see it, that means I follow her lead a while longer. Glory's voice is uncharacteristically gentle. I trust in Monica's judgment, therefore I trust in Strider's judgment. The discussion is finished, Iger. Amsel speaks softly, but his tone is firm. Strider will take Monica's place as the leader of this team. Iger's eyes narrow. Do not fuck with me. She looks from Dietrich to Glory to Amsel, finally down at Dante. Alright, fine. She shakes her head in exasperation. Her voice is heavy with defeat. Looks like the rookie's in charge again. Iger's expression remains stony, but she gives you a small nod. Yeah, okay. I've transferred the information that we received from Altu to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monica's personal workstation. Strider, now it is yours. Monica kept a variety of notes and dossiers on that machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have the time. Amsel turns his attention away from you and back to his computer screen. Good hunting. I will eagerly await your return. I wouldn't suggest driving to Drogenkeep. The roads aren't safe. Taking the U-Bahn would be faster anyways. Iger exhales heavily but says nothing. She turns away from you to begin checking her equipment. Dietrich leans in to whisper into your ear. She's right, friend. Driving in Berlin is generally a bad idea. So shooting down a teammate like that, especially in front of the rest of the group, just a word of advice. Now command a team of Shadowrunners. Yay. Aroo. Workstation computer. Okay. Your messages, jobs directory, Shadowline BBS, postpaid data for sale, post antiquities. Cool. 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 Get the rock out of here. Okay, I gotta do something with the mission computer. Screen flicks to life and Monica's face appears. Her hands are on her hips and she's wearing a wry smile. Hey Ace, if you're reading this, it means that I've either died or stepped down. Hopefully the latter, but probably the former. Not many Shadowrunners make it to retirement age. In any case, I'm sure that you'll do a fine job in the role. If you need anything, talk to Paul. He's a good man and he knows how important it is to me that you take my place. One last thing, Ace. Iger might cause you some problems. In fact, I think it's a fair bet that she already has. Just remember, she brings something to this team that nobody else does. You'll want her on your side. My advice to you is this. Hold your own with her. If she pushes you, push back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. You shall see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. She'll never be satisfied following you if you don't give her a better reason to than because Monica said though. I have faith in you, Ace. It's up to you to justify that faith. She half turns away from the camera, then returns her attention to you. The image is uncannily lifelike. Oh, and by the way, Ace, if you watch this, I'm coming back and haunting your ass. I mean that. Message ends. Dietrich, one of my dearest friends and a shaman of tremendous power, a good man to have at your side in a fight. I tend to use Dietrich in a support role. His magic can dramatically bolster the combat effectiveness of a frontline fighter like Iger or Glory, but when the chips are down, he's more than capable of dishing out punishment on his own. Can't think of much else to say about Dietrich. He's just a good, reliable guy. She pauses for a moment, then when she speaks. Again, you can hear a hint of guilt in her voice. He's getting a little long in the tooth for a Shadowrunner. I'm not sure how many more years he has ahead of him in this game, but I'll be happy to run with him for as long as he's able. Well, we'll see, I suppose. Monica winks onto the screen. Glory, our damaged Enigma. I've known her almost 5 years, but I don't think I'll ever really know her. Somehow I doubt anyone will. On an operational level, Glory's solid. That chrome of hers may be years old, but it gets the job done. I've seen her take a troll apart with her hand razors, and when her adrenal pump is running, she moves faster than anyone I've ever seen. On top of all that, Glory's a competent field medic. I don't know where she learned medicine. Yet another question mark, which she's patched me up at least a dozen times. Between her skill with a medkick and Dietrich's magic, we haven't had much trouble with serious injuries, and in our line of work, that's a luxury. Monica pauses for a moment, then shrugs. That's really all I know. That's really all that I know about Glory. She keeps to herself, barely talks, and spends most of her off time staring at nothing. I've seen this kind of behavior before, but of course, something bad happened in her past. Deep down, I think she's still running from it, and I'm sure that her cyberware ties into it somehow. I don't know. Maybe someday she'll open up to me. I'd like to think that she will. We'll see, I suppose. The image winks back off the screen. You find yourself back at the menu. Monica winks into the screen. Smart, strong, she's one hell of a soldier. In a close-up fight, I've seen her take apart an entire security team with her shotgun. She's even more dangerous at range. It's a handy thing having a trained sniper on the team. All in all, we enjoy one hell of an advantage thanks to her. Unfortunately, there are some disadvantages too. All that military training has left her, how to say it, rigid, I suppose. Unlike the others, isn't content to go with the flow. She wants lists and maps and timetables. She wants a hierarchy and she wants it formalized. I don't think that she realizes it, but giving her what she wants would destroy this team. Glory and Dietrich would put up with it for more than a day or two. Wouldn't put up with it for more than a day or two. I know that I wouldn't, but she keeps on pushing all the same. Monica shakes her head. One of these days, the situation is going to come to a head, and I just hope that it doesn't happen soon. When Monica smiles on the screen, Strider, my secret weapon. I've run enough with Strider to know that she's trustworthy. Good in a fight too, but beyond all that, it's good to just to see her again. There aren't many people left from the old days, far too few. And Strider, she smiles. She was always the best of them. She takes a deep breath and shakes her head with a sigh. God, that was sappy. Mental note: re-record this before Strider gets the chance to see it. At any rate, if anything happens to me, it's good to know that she'll be on hand to fill my shoes. It's not what Iger would want, but it is what would be best for the team. Right. Oh, did I not check jobs? God damn, man. I'm losing it. Open jobs directory. Pending and active. Back to root. No messages, right? No unread messages, yeah. Okay. That is weird that I keep saying that I have something to do back there. Mm, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to get some tea going. Hopefully, I'm gonna start referring to her as Chell, but hopefully Chell brings it. Hopefully. Once it's done. Das Castle House, Hotel and Nightclub, Crown Jewel of Drogen Keep. Filthiest Kias in Berlin. Opening the door to the ground level dance club is like bashing your head into a wall of sound. Flashing lights stab your eyes, and the air is perfumed with cheap synthahol and engine grease. Everything here is cranked up to 11, a playground for the numb. Green Winters is somewhere in this building. You steel yourself for the sensory assault and step inside. Team takes a quick check of their weapons and follows you into Das Kessel House. Yes, I will, because now that I think about it, I should do that. Because I'll probably get my charisma up to 3. What's up, Bozo? Troll working the door might be the shortest you've ever seen, and the thickest. Despite the pounding music and the writhing bodies, his face is buried in a comic book. He looks up, gives you a cursory once-over, and sighs. Welcome to Das Kessel House, now under new management. Again, there's no cover, just go on in and get your fix. That's Kroner at the bar over there, he'll take care of you. He buries his nose back into his comic book while tapping a meaty thumb on the black plastic slung from his belt. A high-powered stun gun. Just play nice or you'll meet Herzap. Have fun. Looking for someone, maybe you know him. He keeps his nose in his comic book. I doubt it. This place is filled with interesting people just dying to meet you, so go meet him. His Green Winters. No. He puts down his comic, and his voice slows to a crawl. He makes a point of enunciating each word. I point people to the bar. If someone starts trouble, I give them a taste of Hair Zap. That's it. That's all I do. Cool. Thanks, man. Music out here on the floor is way too loud for comfort. The scene going down to the bar is even louder. The dealer on duty stands impassively behind the bar. A desperate-looking young woman is pleading with him, apparently to little effect. Alright, Silk, I'm going to explain how this works to you one more time. I get my cash and you get your cram. No cash, no cram, period. But I need it, Kroner. Come on. Her words come out in a desperate whine. Pale skin, sunken eyes, and a trembling lip all point to the early symptoms of withdrawal. And I have cash. I totally do. It's up in my room, but you guys won't let me get up there and get it. Hotel's under new management, beautiful. You don't have a room anymore. Whatever was up there, you might as well forget about it. But that was all I had, and I have to get right soon. I don't know why I stumbled over that so hard. Well, maybe we could work out a trade. Cram for services. Services? Understanding slowly shows on the young woman's face. Her eyes go wide. Come on, Kroner, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Do you want the cram or not? She sets a draw look of disgust on her pallid face. Saying that ain't never gonna happen, chummer. Not now, not ever. Bartender shrugs. I give you about a half an hour before the shakes set in. When that happens, you know where to find me. He turns to another customer with a smirk, leaving the desperate young woman crumpled against the bar. Expensive bottle of scotch. From the color you'd guess, the contents are at least 50% water. Silk. Silk looks up at you, a look of abject misery plastered across her face. Leave me alone, okay? I've got problems to deal with. Really, that'd be incredible. Her lips struggle upward into a facsimile of a smile. I really need that money, and I left some things in there too, personal stuff. Can be very discreet. Oh, whoops. Well, then why the hell did you offer? From her body language, you can tell that Silk is agitated. She looks like she can't decide whether to slap you or break down crying. If this is how it's going to be, you can keep your favors to yourself. My stuff should be up in room 304. That's where me and Nadja and Sarah were staying until, well, I'll be right. I'll be waiting right here when you get back down. So what do you need to know? You can talk to Frank. He's the floor manager. He'd have an elevator key. She points to the north end of the club. He's over there on the VIP balcony. See the greasy jackass in the oversized suit, the one drooling all over that table dancer? That's Frank. Too much can. Bad guys. I mean, like real bad guys. The gang that used to run this place wasn't all bad. They kept the cram flowing. The prices weren't too high. They never hassled me as long as I kept buying. The new guys killed them all when they took over. Now I'm stuck dealing with assholes like Kroner. The floor manager Frank had a thing for my girl Sarah. He was always coming on to her, no matter how many times she told him no. I haven't seen her since the takeover, but he won't stop asking me about her. Guy's a real creep. That's about all I can think of. I steer clear of the new guys when I can. She steals a glance over her shoulder at Kroner, a scowl on her face. I shouldn't have to tell you why. Or to Greenwinters. No, I don't think. Oh wait, yeah, I bumped into him here a few days ago. I remember because his name sounds like a kind of chewing gum. I don't think I remember seeing him leave, so he's probably holed up in his room. I'm pretty sure that there's still some people up there, the ones that the gangers missed. I hear they locked themselves in. It's a knife in that place, you know, a factory. Let's see. Well, okay, the second floor is a security station. Lots of high-tech stuff up there. I've heard some stories about the penthouse level, something about a sealed vault. There's supposed to be something real valuable in there, but nobody knows what it is. Doesn't stop them from talking about it, though. Again. New lady, huh? I ain't seen you around here before. What can I get you? Green Winters looks at you suspiciously. Think so. Might be staying upstairs. How do I get up there? You don't talk. You don't talk to me. Talk to Frank. He's in the back, VIP lounge. And you want something from the bar, or were you just here to chat? Hey, if she wants her cramp, she's gotta pay, same as anybody else. Okay, pal, here's the deal. The guards here, they don't discriminate. If I call them, they're gonna kill everyone in this room other than me. So unless you want to see the bodies start dropping all over this club, you'll back the hell off. Even. Dang. See if it was Frank I was supposed to beat up for a thing. Can I go down those stairs? Party girl. I can't. No. Girl in the corner is a model junkie. All wild eyes and nervous energy, she greets you with a smile so wide as to border on the grotesque. Hey, hey, good looking. You want a party? Alright, my kind of lady. You got cram, right? I just love a lady that's willing to share. Oh, sorry, I'm not carrying any. I'm gonna get some at the bar. I'll be waiting. Get your own. Maybe it was Frank I was supposed to beat up. Frank. Pinned to the floor, manager's too expensive for this neighborhood and too baggy to be his suit is a name tag Frank. Yeah, what you need. Reluctantly, he shifts his attention away from the elvish dancer swaying in front of him. Face screws up with a look of disgust. Yeah, sad old bastard with a dad jack that uses something nasty, wears cheap glasses and drinks like a fish. What about him? You talk to him. Well, that would be your problem, chummer. My problem is I'm talking to you instead of watching Inga dance. Turns back to the dancer. Take it from your corpse. Yeah, it was this bozo. Nice. Owner, enforcer, goon boss, goon boss. Oh my gosh. You idiots. Nice. Come on. No. I totally forgot to do this. Oh, okay. You know what? That's fair. I don't blame her for running. Oh, man. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. But naturally, it's right here. Oh, no, it's not. I lied. I will never say no to a Bimona trauma kit. Ha! Nice. Did I just miss 2 times? Four or five. Master Suite, 1989. Services. Ha ha ha. Current tenant Green Winters. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's the Scorpion. Hey, Cram. Wonder if I can give it to the girl down there. Although she's already run away, so there's no point. 478. Jazz. Oh, I don't even have the option now. Damn. Oh, thank you. Oh, the tea? Okay. Alright, cool. Let me make sure there's nothing in there. No, cool. Go. Room 401 has all the coolest things. I'm gonna turn my volume down because the music is starting to overlap. Oh, hold on, let me get some of these nudes. Hmm. 5870. Oh, don't attack me, man. Come on. Oh, oh. Sorry, I just started digging in. This is good with the normal sauce. I would probably try and get it with a little bit of teriyaki, but I'm a fiend, so it stands to reason. Boo. Well, it's not like I needed them. Nice. Nice. Hello, nothing? Cam. Thank you. I will take that. Anything? No. Got it. $19.89. Thank you. Yes. I would read this, but I'm eating. And no one's watching this. Oh well. Whoa, 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 whoa. 91612. Nice. What? Why did I get that trophy? No, I need Dietrich to give me aim as well. Oh wait. Oh, he doesn't have a thing like that. No. Oh, let's do this. Oh, boom. I messed up. I messed up. Alright. That's right. I give myself the extra AP. um, my brother in Christ. Come on. I would take him out and have her come over here and smack him up. And then blitz. Figures. Have him open this up. There's nothing in this bathroom. Alright. Get out of here. Alright, here we go. Tap a tap tap. Done. Wait, when did that thing get installed? Whatever. I've got to go in, that's right. Okay, that's partial, that's full, and the ley line. How? Shot of water. Oh, I just have this turn. Shoot that guy because he can move. Again, just take that guy out. Wow. That is not what I was expecting. Blitz is so useless, man. What is even the point of him? He's unbelievably bad. I'll just kill this guy. See if we can take him out. Oh, Blitz? Can Blitz do it? He does! Insane. Insane. And he manages to hit both his shots? I don't believe it. My eyes are playing tricks on me. Actually, can I get them in the same grenade? I guess I probably don't have the grenade throwing skills necessary to pull off a feat like that. $28, $56, yeah, chances. Oh, there we go. This. Let's try it again. Oh, I still got it? Nice. Please die. Right. Nice. Alright. Out of here. Turn to the Crits Bazaar. Have 2 Karma. Club. got your business and all that. Say, speaking of business, you wouldn't happen to need a Nova Hot Decker, would you? Because I suddenly found myself unemployed. What happens? I could use a Decker. Excellent, fantastic. I promise you, you won't regret it. Oh, I already do. Don't worry, Blitz. Actually, the worst thing to happen to me. The fact that I need you is painful, to say the least. Advancement available. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have him just be a throw knife dude. I'll make her a pistol. Pistol. Oh, wait. Fine, because his things are bad. Oh. I need to be careful though, because I do intend to try out the bad ending, and if I'm doing that, then I don't want my team to be too strong. In case, well, when they turn on me, I would like to be able to win that fight. Paul, news travels fast, Strider. It seems a small group of well-armed assailants entered Das Castle House Hotel earlier today and cleaned house, so to speak. If you believe the tale, the controlling gang was limited down to the last man, then the assailants strolled calmly out the front door, leaving a rather interesting power vacuum for the residents of Dragonkeep in their wake. I am fixed with a hard stare. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? An interesting theory. The Flux does seek to depose those who overstep the bounds of their power, it is true, but I am not convinced that the elimination of the entire gang was the only way in which a more egalitarian state of affairs could be reached. Nor am I convinced that this will be an improvement for the people of Dragonkeep. Only time will tell. But enough of this. We have more pressing matters to discuss. Emma's expression is harder than you've seen it before. When he speaks, his voice is grim. Iger told me of Greenwinter's death. She said that he died the same manner that Monica did. Don't be too hard on her. The sight of Winter's body has shaken her to a considerable extent. She also mentioned that you were found something in Winter's safe, a package full of aerial discs. May I see them? Of course. Good God. Gingerly, Amsel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it up to the light. Slowly he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. This is a DVD-RW, a data storage medium from the mid-2000s. I'm amazed that Winters was able to find a device that could play it. You know, we can read these things. He puts down the DVD in his hands and quickly inspects the others. The first disc that I looked at might be readable, the others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little shop outside the data haven. Talk to the proprietor, Malit Hoyle. Holye. Oh, I've been saying that wrong this whole time. Malit Holye. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it. Alrighty. I think that's where I'm going to quit for tonight. I am very tired for some reason. And I need to eat and probably things to watch. But I think I'm going to do this real quick. And I can't get any more willpower. Do that. Yeah, stuff to do. I gotta focus on doing some shipping, but I will be back tomorrow. That I guarantee. So until then, have a Good day. See you tomorrow.